yeah, with that said, we are moving on to the second song, where we are coming back to one of the community's favorite gods, Hermes. And you know what? I'll bring up my problems with the story whenever the points come up. So anyway, let's move on to Dangerous.
600 men,
600 years under my command.
'cause I had one
Goal in mind. Who's the animator for this one?
No fleet, no band.
Zero?
That I made by hand. How will I reach my home?
Also another animator that we don't know. Oh! This is the brown colored Hermes that I know.
Hello, old friend. So you're the one who talked to Calypso. Why are you here? You're being given final option. Consider this your
One last chance of making back home and abandon caution. I like the movement on this one. It still keeps a lot of the sketch style to the general fandom's animatics, but there's a lot of movement in this, and I really like that. All on the line. I swear I've seen that stuff somewhere before. That design for it. Be dangerous.
Alright, I'm in. What do I do?
Chart the waters towards the sky. Oh, there's a North Star, no matter how far. The thing about the North Star, I will ask a question about that. Who is this one? There's no Cyclops. Get away with playing safe for this. You wanna get home, put it all on the line. Be the... Oh. My brain did not process that quickly enough. And the wind back. Those little clouds are so cute. The Winions. Let's not stop you by design. Get past Poseidon storm, and you'll never make it home. Oh, and we're back to the brown color. I saw a flash of Athena. I think that was Poseidon, maybe? There's a lot going on. Oh! Wait. I'm a bit confused about the visual there.
Thank you.
I'm not the one who fought for you.
And who? Good luck.
I like this Hermes. The design of him. He does look very, very young. But I guess they're gods, they can look however they want. But yeah, I do like how energetic and playful he is in this version. There are many things I would like to get back to talking about. We have the rough. I think generally on the later half. And yeah, again, just all these very fluid movements. I don't know how many frames that would be, because you can definitely see like the individual frames. Maybe it's drawn somewhere between 24 to 30 frames because it's just too smooth. And yeah, the thing with his little stuff here, I don't remember where exactly I've seen this. I'm gonna have to search up Google. But I've definitely seen the design somewhere before in some anime or maybe some game. I'm not entirely sure. And then gave Odysseus his sword. I like that they zoomed out over here just to show how big the place is. Because the ocean is gigantic and covers up most of the Earth's surface. So yeah, it was a really nice play on perspective just to show how big the ocean is, and especially because Hermes does say it is uncharted waters, so like that just makes it all the more scary. Yeah, I also like that they kept it empty when mentioning uncharted waters, because you don't know what's there. You just know there is gonna be a huge body of water because it's the ocean, but you don't know what's there, so there's no islands or rocks or even creatures really, because you don't know what's gonna be around. This part, follow the North Star. I do not understand it. Well, to be fair, the reason I said that I don't understand it is because I believe I mentioned this back in Keep Your Friends Close. The winds that Aeolus keep trapped are the winds of the north, south, and east, leaving the west wind that carries Odysseus's fleet back home. So over here, when Hermes says to follow the North Star, I assume he means to sail straight towards the North Star, which means that Odysseus would be sailing north, which doesn't make sense to me. Well, I guess then again, it depends on the geographical location of Calypso's island in relation to Ithaca. Yeah, I guess we can argue and say that Calypso's island is somewhere south of Ithaca, so following the North Star will bring it back home. Okay, you know what? I can buy that. And yeah, this thing with the Cyclops again, and with fangs this time. He also looks kind of hooded for some reason. I'm not sure who that is supposed to be. Oh yeah, and all of these. You have Hydras, which will be Scylla, and you have the Sirens, the mermaid version of Sirens, and you have Cyclops, who, that's a really nice touch, who still has the club in his eyes. And then a shark, which I assume is Poseidon. And the whole octopus thing again, which until this point I still don't understand what the octopus has to do with Poseidon. I really need to look that up. And the Windbag, the Winians. I want this plush so bad. Please, can someone make a plush of this version of a Winian? Make them super fluffy. And yeah, just fucking take my money. I would love a Winian plush like this and just squish them every night. Oh, they're talking about Poseidon Stone, And then there's the image of a storm at the back. I didn't notice that the first time.
Don't you know that danger is my friend?
And then a lot of things over here as well. Yeah, there's a lot of frames. Yeah, you have a teen. Oh, it's young OD also. My whole life I've trained for this, showing Athena training young Odysseus, and then the transition with the, I believe it's an owl for Athena. Yeah, whoop. The owl in the middle being the transition between young and current OD.
For this I cannot tell you how much I have paid for.
Ah, and there, another really quick flash. How many frames is that? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 12. Yeah, it was a very quick flash. I almost don't believe that it was 12 frames. But anyway, yeah, I assume this is Poseidon, with another ship in the back and the rough waves. I believe this is like a destroyed ship. This little triangle over here.
Paid for this, I have to get home, put it all on.
And what's with the bird? Do we recognize that bird? Where is it? There you go. What is this supposed to be? An eagle? Maybe? Because if it's an eagle, then that would be Zeus. But it's kind of hard to tell what this is exactly.
Put it all on the line. I'm gonna use ruthlessness.
Oh.
Put it all on the line. I'm gonna use.
Oh, things are moving so fast. What is that? I cannot tell what it is. And then it turns into someone else. That Odysseus stabs. Oh no, and then now there's a big bird also. Oh yes, harpies! I wanted to ask about this. Because, yeah, I'm not sure why they're drawing harpies here. Because the original sirens are harpies. So there usually wouldn't be a problem with the animator drawing a harpy right now. The problem comes when earlier on in the same song, they drew the sirens as mermaids. So I'm not entirely sure why they use both versions of the sirens. But it was really cool to see the appearance of a harpy. And Hermes just floating around.
Thank you. Don't thank me, friend. I'm not the one who fought for you. Then who? Good luck.
Yeah, he looks kind of cute like that. Just good luck. Yeah. That was the animatics for Dangerous. We're gonna listen through one more time for the music part. And then, yeah, we can talk about the musical stuff. Let's go.
600 men.
Aha! Oh, there's already things to talk about. Number one, the guitar. We are using an acoustic guitar right now because Odysseus is vulnerable, sad, and all that stuff. Not in battle mode, clearly. And 600 men. We are going back to full speed ahead. And then there is a cool detail over here.
600 men.
600 deaths under my command. I one goal in mind. and just silence. Because back in, it should have been full speed ahead. The line would be 600 men, something with one goal in mind, which is what Odysseus says here. Again, this is like a callback to that song, because I have one goal in mind, and it should have followed with make it back alive to our homeland. But this time it is in complete silence, because the part of make it back alive to our homeland, that part specifically is sung by the crew. But right now, at this point in the story, the crew is all dead. Odysseus is completely alone right now, so there is no one to sing that line for him. There is no one to sing make it back alive to our homeland. Only Odysseus is here right now, like diegetically in this scene. So that was a very, very cool detail to put in.
I had one goal in mind.
Make it back to life to our homeland.
No fleet, no band.
And like he says, no fleet, no band, because no one's with him right now.
All you have to do is not open this bag.
And we already bring back to keep your friends close. All you have to do is not open this bag.
Hermes? Hello, old friend. So you're the one who talked to Calypso. Why are you here?
And yeah, you also get Hermes instruments here, as Jorge likes to describe as harp and arps. Right now you're hearing just the arps in the back with the synthesized plugs.
So you're the one who talked to
Final option. One last chance. Oh man, abandon caution. Wash it away like the blood your hands have known, because of all the people he has killed. You know, number one with the Trojan War, and then you have STNX, who is the baby at Troy, and then you have Polyphemus, and then after that, I guess you can technically argue that the people who died because of Polyphemus and Poseidon are also because of Odysseus's actions. And then you have, I think after that it was all the way up to the Sirens, where he finally actually kills someone, and then to the crew that he sacrifices in Scylla. Yeah, and then the rest of the 42 people on Helios island. So yeah, there is a lot of blood on his hands that is now physically washed away.
I know if you dance with fate, then I know you'll enhance your state. If your plan's so great, then why'd you wait to say it?
And then let's dance. Dun, 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 dun. I don't know why this whole song feels like something I have heard on the radio somewhere before. Would it be... I guess the first group that comes into mind would be The Weeknd. This feels like something that they would make, really. I haven't listened much to their music because I'm not a big fan of pop. But yeah, it does feel like something that they would make.
If your plan's so great, then why'd you wait to say it? Well, it's
a little bit dangerous, my friend. Oh yeah, remember how I mentioned earlier that it was just the arps? right now, when the beat comes in, there is a harp now, but it is very, very quiet in the background.
Well, it's a little bit dangerous, my friend. You need a mindset change
Over here.
for this. You cannot get away with playing safe.
Dun, 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 dun.
You wanna get home, put it all on the line and put your whole brain in it. Remember every trick.
Yeah, the harp is not very present. Yeah, every time he goes dun 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 dun, the harp also comes in dun 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 dun. I got the note wrong, but you know, forgive me. I'm still a little bit sick. Get home, put it all on the line. I'm not sure why Hermes even has to say that. Nah, I guess it makes sense. Because I was gonna say, you know, Odysseus has already put a lot on the line during his journey back home, but he was always like, of course, getting himself back home was his top priority, but there was always a part of him that he is trying to make sure that as many people on his fleet also goes back with him. You know, that's why he was so devastated when he actually lost people in Polyphemus's cave, because like that was a big thing that he was prideful about, right? That he led 600 people to war and not a single one died, so that fucked him up. And then you know, he was also devastated when Poseidon kills off however many other ships that were with him in his fleet. And then on Circe's island, he was also trying to get everyone to go with him, despite them making a mistake and getting turned into pigs. So yeah, and then even after the Underworld saga, you know, when he embraces the whole monster personality and goes through Scylla's lair and sacrifices 6 people, he could have not cared so much, really. He still went with the minimal amount of sacrifices, you know, which ultimately, the more people he has, the higher chance he has of going home. So you could say that it was the most rational decision for his top priority. But yeah, the way that I see it, there has always been a secondary priority of getting as many people as he can back. But right now, since he's alone, he can just fuck it, YOLO.
Alright, I'm in. What do I do? First up, uncharted waters.
First, look towards the sky. Follow the North Star, no matter how far. I already answered the North Star thing on my own, so we can move past that. The aisle. Stranger lurks around the aisle. I do not understand that. I mean, it could be, you know, just a general warning, or it could be a cut song, or anything like that. But after this, he doesn't meet anyone else but Charybdis and Poseidon. So I'm not entirely sure who this stranger on the aisle is supposed to be. Fight your way through, do what you must do. And yeah, he keeps going on about the danger ahead and stuff like that. Which, now that I think about it, I'm actually kind of hoping to be able to hear the danger is nearby motif somewhere in the mix here, but that's probably asking for too much because there is no danger actually nearby. But yeah. Cannot get away with playing safe, put it all on the line. Your domain for this, you try to treat it like it's the main event. I get home, put it all on the line, dangerous.
And lastly, the wind
Now the harp is a lot more prominent.
Keep this bag closed if you wanna get home, so might be dangerous.
And the windbag. I don't personally have a problem with the windbag making a second appearance here. What I do have a problem with though,
Keep this bag closed if you wanna get home, sir.
when does he say it?
The raging storm inside won't let him pass.
No mortal can pass Poseidon's storm. So he's insinuating that inside this windbag contains Poseidon's storm. But what does that even mean? Why does Poseidon have a storm? He doesn't have control over the weather. What does this mean? I mean, I guess you could relate this all the way back into Ocean Saga, the song Storm, because in Ruthlessness, there is a part that the trumpet plays subtly in the background when Poseidon is talking about, you could have avoided all this, and then you hear the trumpets in the background going ba 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 ba, and that is supposedly insinuating that the whole rough waves in the song Storm is divine and caused by Poseidon.
I mean, you totally could have avoided all this had you just killed my son. But no, you are fine.
So Poseidon does have the ability to create a storm? Is that a stretch? I don't know. I guess that is the explanation that I have to go through with for now. It's back and you'll never make it home. Home.
Don't you know that danger is my
And then here, I am finding it interesting that he starts it with acoustic guitar, although palm muted and strummed really quickly. But yeah, it is acoustic guitar for now, and then I believe the electric guitar comes in like another 2 or 3 measures after this. You guys can see my hand, I don't know why I'm doing it. Yep, and then the electric guitar comes in. Both the acoustic and electric guitars are here though. Yeah, I couldn't hear what the electric guitar was playing.
Thank you. Don't thank me.
I don't think it was necessarily following what Odysseus was singing.
I'm gonna use ruthlessness, every trick, every skill put to use for this. I plan to put an end to all the foolishness.
No, it's following the sins. Yeah, it's just doubling and backing up the sin.
Thank you. Don't thank me,
Hey friend, I'm not the one who fought for you.
Who? Good luck.
And yeah, that was very, very cheeky of Hermes to not reveal that it was Athena who fought for Odysseus' release. Because who was the one that Odysseus called out for? Athena! So again, very, very, very cheeky of Hermes to not tell him, which I'm wondering if it would have been better for Odysseus to know or not know. I was kind of comparing it. But I guess story-wise, it is more interesting that Odysseus never knows. And so, yeah, that was dangerous. Yeah, I like Hermes. It's although it's not my favorite song or like my favorite genre kind of music to listen to, uh, it was nice and I enjoyed it. It's just not something that I would put on repeat, unfortunately. Just personal taste.